There's one thing I've never owned or used, and that is a headlamp. So you got to know I was pretty excited when I was given the opportunity here from Wuben to check out their E7, and that's what we're going to put on display in this video. Stick around. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for taking time to click on this video. I hope you find it helpful. Let's get rolling. 411 Outdoors is largely known as a knife channel, and that's true in some regards and it's not true in others, because if you scroll through all of my videos, you'll discover that I review all types of gear. But one thing I try to do is listen to my audience, and my audience over time has been asking for some more reviews in the area of flashlights, tactical flashlights, EDC flashlights, and the list goes on. And thankfully, I have been able to form partnerships with companies like Wuben, Olight, Brianite, and so on. And I would encourage you to go back through my channel over the last couple of months and take a look at all of the flashlights I have reviewed, because I've covered some really great ones. But let's talk about the E7 headlamp from Wuben in this one. First off, let me model it for you. I had to change the adjustments on this thing. If you're anything like me and you have a cannonball head, you kind of have to stretch this stuff out, if you know what I mean. I really do have a good size melon, my friends, if I'm keeping it real. I'll go and try on different types of baseball caps, and I'm like grabbing for the largest size. I grab for the extra large, and that thing is still cutting off my circulation around my head. I start forgetting who I am, and I don't know why my head's so big. I mean, it could be because maybe I have a large brain, but that couldn't be the case. And I don't know if having a big ego leads to a swollen head, but I don't think I have a big ego, so maybe it's just genetics. Nevertheless, I feel really tactical wearing this thing right now. I feel tactical, in fact. I've never worn one of these before. I kind of like how it sits on my bald head, and I feel like very advanced at this point in time. This has 180 degrees wide angle illumination with a max of 1800 lumens. It's got a 132 meter beam distance. Now this has the 18350 batteries with Type C charging, and that can give you up to 60 hours of use. Now you can get the optional 18650 and get up to 180 hours. It's got an IP68 waterproof rating and can also serve as a charger for external devices in an emergency situation. But you know the deal, it's kind of hard to test a flashlight in the daylight. So we're gonna let it get dark and we're gonna get out here and see what this thing can do. All right, everybody, I've got this on my noggin. When I touch it one time, it kind of takes you back to where you had it last time. I'm gonna double click this, and now we've got the bright setting. This is a headlamp. That's putting out some serious light right there, but you don't have to leave it there all the time. You can go back and hold this down if you want to kind of switch between the settings. That's your lowest setting right there. You know, you don't have to keep it on the brightest setting all the time. If you throw this thing on the brightest setting, this is what it's going to look like. So you can see the difference in that right there. This is the low setting when I'm down on the ground. This is enough light to do what you need to do without running the battery down too fast. Now I'm just going to hold this down. You can see it levels up. I'm going to hold it down again. There we go. So there's your light settings. This thing puts out some light. I'll walk into the field so you can see the magnitude of this reach. So I'm gonna hold this down, cut it on. There you go. You can see the light this gives you walking through the woods. This is the highest setting. This is when it's maxed out. You obviously wouldn't need this much light when you're working up close, but if you need to see a good ways ahead of you, you most definitely can. This is your middle setting, walking through the woods, and that's not bad either. That's really a good place to hover, a good place to operate. You don't always have to roll like this. All right, that's your Wuben E7, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to show you this as well. This pops right out very easily, and it comes with this clip. You can clip it to your pocket or anything else. Makes for a very handy EDC pocket carry. And when you're ready to install it back, you just line up the clip side with the bottom, pops right in. All right, I think that brings us to a conclusion. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will also provide a link for you to go out Take a look at this for yourself. Maybe there's some details that I didn't cover. As always, thanks for watching. Take care.